Why is everyone suddenly talking about Jojo Siwa again? Hi, my name's Lucy and welcome back to my channel. Jojo Siwa has always been one of the most internet recognisable celebrities. I recognised her through a few adverts on Nickelodeon growing up, and then of course she was on Big Brother last year. Jojo's background started in Dance Moms. She was known for her bright bows, which I remember her wearing a lot in those adverts, high energy and a massive fan base. But recently the conversation about Jojo Siwa has changed dramatically, particularly over the past year, between a new relationship, Chris, a major personal rebrand, and some viral controversies. People online are once again asking the same question. What exactly is happening with Jojo Siwa? For years, Jojo Siwa has known to have a very specific image. Whether she was made to identify the way she did, or whether that was actually her at that time, I don't know. She rose to fame on a reality television called Dance Moms before building an enormous brand around colourful bows and upbeat pop music. And I'm not talking that, oh man, and Dave is that, nah. She'll expose you when she snows you. Her 2016 song Boomerang became an anthem for, like, an anti-bullying anthem for younger audiences. By the late 2010s, she turned her image into a massive business, obviously with the help of her management and her team or whatever, you know how celebrities do. At one point, Jojo's bows were selling millions of units. But eventually she began shifting away from that image. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I mean, I feel like we all rebrand ourselves at different points in our lives, but to what extent? Now, in recent years, Jojo has been going through some kind of dramatic rebranding identification. Her music has moved towards more mature dance pop and electronic sound. Her visual style has changed as well. Edgier outfits, darker aesthetics. I mean, I can't even get into the makeup of this one. And I just want to say I am all for being expressive, wearing makeup, you know, wearing crazy clothes and stuff like that. Hell, I used to do that myself. And I mean a lot. Like, I was heavily into kawaii fashion, Harajuku fashion, fairy-kei fashion. So I know what that's about. But what was this of Jojo? That was like from one extreme to the other. It was just a very different public persona to the one that we all knew and to the one that we all knew of her to be, even if it was just seeing her in an advert. I'm not a Jojo Siwa fan or anything, but for fans, this was a huge, surprising shift. Who are you really? But the biggest headlines came from her personal life. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I do like to watch some reality shows, in particular Celebrity Big Brother, which was on last year. And that's exactly what Jojo Siwa and Chris Hughes made an appearance on. Chris Hughes is known for being a star on the show Love Island, which I haven't watched personally, but I know about it. I know it's like a dating reality show. It's not really my cup of tea. Wow, that was so British. The two appeared on that show together and developed a relationship from there. It kind of went from friendship to relationship, but gradually through scenes within the show, you could see that this is actually taking the turn of a relationship rather than a friendship. And given what we knew of Jojo Siwa's background and the things that she openly stated on that show, you as not just a fan, but as a viewer of the Celebrity Big Brother show can see that this is more than what she's saying it is. Why are you lying? Their relationship quickly became the topic of discussion online, partly because of the age difference, which I don't have a problem with. Like, if you're both adults, you both know what you're doing, then each to their own. But my problem with this, which is part of the huge problem of that relationship, is the fact that Jojo had previously spoken, and not just before the show, but on the show as well, about her sexuality and her identity. She later explained in the show that she actually opened up to Chris Hughes, saying that she prefers to be labelled as queer rather than a lesbian. And I'm not really one for all these labels, like, you are who you are. You don't need to keep labeling yourself, but you have been stating time and time again that you are this, you are that, even on the show to this Chris Hughes. And of course, we all know what escalated from there. Unlike many celebrity relationships, people are gonna have opinions. The internet had opinions. Now, recently, Jojo Siwa has been back in the news again for several reasons. One particular reason was trying to maintain a long distance relationship with Chris Hughes. She's been seen and openly spoke about the fact that she finds it difficult to have this long distance relationship with him. In the next breath, she's saying that she wants babies with him, she wants to be married, and Chris is kind of giving mixed vibes on that. Jojo even shared an AI photo of her, Chris, and their AI children. She's also hinted towards major personal changes, including briefly changing her name on social media as part of a new era. And at the same time, smaller viral moments like reactions to outfits in public. In other words, Jojo Siwa remains the topic of conversations online. And this is why the internet is so invested. Part of the reason that Jojo Siwa receives so much attention is because people are watching her grow up in the public eye. She went from a child star to a youth icon, to someone who's trying to redefine themselves as an adult. That kind of transition is always messy, and in particular, if it's in the public eye, every little bit is seen. Now, in regards to the latest Jojo Siwa news, Jojo has attended her brother Jaden Siwa's wedding. She shared a couple of Instagram photos of the event. Let's just say, although it was a nice photo and a nice caption, it sparked a lot of drama on the internet. For the ceremony, Jojo wore a full-on, long-length sequin ball gown, definitely eye-catching. Some people, especially her fans, were saying it was too flashy or it outshined the bride or blah blah blah. Criticism ranged from comments about the dress looking like a disco ball. Yeah, I do see, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. But the other thing is that she was stealing the attention away from the bride. I kind of get that as well, because could you imagine if you were the bride at the wedding? I'm imagining that myself right now. And then somebody like my sister was to wear an outfit like that. That would definitely take some kind of attention away from me. Then makes you question why she would choose to wear such an extravagant, shiny dress like that. It's nothing like elegant and subtle. I feel like she knew what she was doing when she put that on. But then again, there are lots of fans defending her, as they do, and as the stan culture has proven. There are a lot of fans defending her, saying that it could have been picked out by the bride herself, or that other family members were likely wearing sparkly outfits and things like that. But Jojo wasn't officially accused of anything outrageous. She just showed up bold and in a sparkly dress. And like I said, she's been a big topic of conversation over the past year in particular. For celebrities who grew up on the internet and within pop culture, you know, on TV, who actually grew up in the public eye, reinvention is rarely simple. Every change becomes a headline. Every new era becomes a debate. And Jojo Siwa might just be one of the clearest examples of what happens when a childhood brand collides with adulthood. So the real question might not be whether or not Jojo Siwa is changing, but whether or not the internet is ready to accept that change. This does not mean that I condone everything she's done, which we have witnessed, particularly in Big Brother when she cheated on her partner, and she did. There were so many people, particularly fans of hers, that were stating it was just because of her age, you know, she's still growing, blah, blah, blah. But I'm sorry, at that age, you know whether or not cheating is right or wrong. Anyway, that's it for this video, guys. If you really liked it, give it a thumbs up, leave us a comment, and let me know your thoughts on this matter. Do you think that Jojo Siwa was wrong for that? Do you think that she was just, you know, too young, reinventing herself in that moment, and it just happened to be on TV? What do you think to her change in particular? Let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.